All right, welcome out. Welcome out to Texana Raceway Park, the 2021 Clash. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. We're getting through hot laps here. Daniel Preston in the BD2. He was in the 6-inch factory stock, so he had to jump in his limited to get a few laps in. We allowed him to do that before we're ready to go here in just a couple minutes. Tonight we got a lot of racing action for you. We have 11 sets of heats to start it off. Then we're going to have some hot laps for our modifieds and late models that showed up tonight. And then we're going to run another 9 sets of heat races to set up a couple of dashes at the end of the night for y'all. And we'll have some hot laps for our late models and mods in the mix. And then we have one restrictor here. We're going to give Jude Allgaier, or Jude the Dude, a couple of laps. And he's going to be our winner tonight since he's the only one that showed up. And that's a pretty tricky way to do it. But whatever it takes, you get the win, you get the win, man. First up is going to be our factory stock heat races. What's coming out on the track now should be a couple of pack cars to roll the top of the surface in here in just a minute. We were supposed to start at 8. It's 7:22. We're a little ahead of schedule. Man, who does that? What racetrack does that, Mike Riley? I've never heard of ahead of schedule at my racetrack. But we're happy to be ahead of schedule. I think Race on Texas, are y'all already live? Are you live, Anthony? You are live? So Race on Texas is already going. The cars are here. Hell, let's just go racing, right? So we'll get it done pretty quick. We'll get going at this in just a couple minutes. See if we can't start our factory stock heat 1 getting lined up. Bringing out a couple of pack cars here. We're going to roll the top just a bit before opening ceremonies. Going to roll the top just for opening ceremonies here. We did have one car coming out of north of Houston, has some traffic problems, so we're hoping he gets here. We told him we start at 8, so we can't start too early. That wouldn't be fair to him. So we'll get going. Give y'all time to go down there, get you an ice cold beer, a hot Frito pie, something like that. And, we'll have a lot of fun. I'll tell y'all who all's going to be racing tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun. This is some good stuff. So. Thanks again for coming out for our Friday night version. Tomorrow night we're looking for a big show. We got at least 19 late models, I'm told, are confirmed to be here tomorrow. No telling how many modified, so it's going to be a good time. Here comes one of the late models tomorrow night that's going to make a few hot laps. All right, welcome out to the 2021 Clash. We're glad to have you out tonight. We're going to get this thing started here real quick. So you can have them roll 2 laps, or when we tell them to stop.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
All right. Thank you, drivers, for coming out and doing that for us as we get this night underway here. Welcome out again to the 2021 Clash. We got a good-looking car count. We got some great staff, great drivers, great everything here tonight to join us. So we're pretty proud to bring you a great race here tonight and tomorrow, this whole weekend. So we thank you that did come out tonight. Hope you'll return tomorrow to enjoy some great racing action as we wrap up our 2021 Clash. If I could ask you all to rise and remove cover, we'll start with a quick prayer followed by our national anthem. Bow your heads and pray with me. Heavenly Father, we ask that you watch over all of our drivers, crews, spectators, and officials this evening. We ask that you put your healing hands on all the sick people in the world today, all those suffering from COVID, and all those that have lost loved ones from COVID, as so many of us have. We ask that you watch over all of us, keep us safe. We ask that you watch over our great nation, Lord, our military, our first responders, keep them safe. We can't do all this without them. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Now for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see
Yeah. All right, we'll gather up the flags. Let's go, Brandon. Here we go. Gentlemen, start your engines. Yes, sir. All night long. I'm here all night long. We'll get the chant going later for Mike Riley. Let's go, Brandon. We'll get it going later. Brandon Brzezowski is racing this weekend, I believe, here, so we could cheer on Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. All right, Heat 1 for our factory stocks. We're going to kick off the 2021 Clash, and on the pole, out of Sinton, Texas, young lady driving the 9C. Man, she did a great job over in Louisiana at the Nationals the other day. That's Caitlin Leonard out of Sinton, Texas in the 9C. Outside, Thomas Downing out of Rocheron, Texas in the 44, your Texas Grand winner. Up at 105 last week. On the inside, the same Ford sponsor, number 113 of Hector Aguirre out of Corpus Christi. Outside him, out of Inez, Texas, a regular here at Texana Raceway Park in the 32, Jason Fitch. Row number 3, the 00M, Nicholas Morgan out of Sulphur, Louisiana. And outside in the 7N out of Liberty Hill, Texas, that's Kevin Nedgetek. Row 4 on the inside, the 133 out of Rockport, that's Megan Dotson. On the outside, the 911 out of Houston, Texas, and the 911 is going to be Nathan Renfro. And bringing up the rear here, normally a hot shoe over at Cotton Bowl Speedway out of Lander, Texas, a 17K at Don Cron. Don Cron bringing up the rear. All right. I think lights will be going out. We'll be going racing this time. All right, our hot laps, our heat races tonight, will be 10 laps. 10 laps for our heat races. Plenty of time to get plenty of passing points and make your way up to the front. Caitlin Leonard on the bottom, Thomas Downey on the outside. Here we go. Caitlin Leonard running a crate motor in that 9C. Lots of torque. That thing gets off the line out of the turn like a rocket ship. She's going to lead him down the back chute here. That car is for sale. You see the for sale signs taped on the side. It is for sale. Downey into second is Don Cron going to go around over in turn number 3 and 4. We keep it lean and green. Jason Fitch on the high side is going to get up there in the marbles, but he's going to hang on to it. That Nova's rolling tonight. That Jason Fitch in the 32. That's old school factory stock right there, folks. Nobody running Novas nowadays, but Fitch still getting it done in the old Blankenship Nova. Fitch using that high line. Thomas Downey, though, going to drive out here. Going to hang on to second. The key to this deal is you got to move forward for your passing points. You do not want to lose a position. So the 113 of Hector Aguirre is doing all he can. He has to stay ahead of Fitch. Right now, Kevin Nedgetek into 7. Really one of the few cars to make forward progress. Again, forward progress, it's passing points. You got to pass cars to get more points and move you up into passing points. Oh, Fitch and Aguirre get together down in 1 and 2. Here comes Thomas Downey to the inside of Caitlin Leonard for the lead. Caitlin Leonard, that's a tough starting spot. When you start on the pole, you have nowhere to go but negative passing points. Boom, Downey hits her in the rear there. Good shot out of the 44. Man, he's really come to life in the last few laps. It sure looked like Caitlin Leonard had him covered. All of a sudden, he found another gear in that car. Her car a little tight, pushing off of the exit there. That ain't going to help her any. So normally every Saturday night we're out here racing around, and we that big tractor tire down there I threw in the Apex of 1 and 2. They're always hitting that particular small truck tire. So tonight we put them a big old monster truck tire there and let them hit that. It won't feel good. Downey on the inside of Leonard here. Leonard going to have a good turn through 1 and 2 and drive out from around him there. She maintains the lead here. Caitlin Leonard in the 9C. We're on lap 7. Lap 7 here, coming up to get the 2 to go this time as Caitlin Leonard pushes out again, and she can't keep that car from pushing. Downey will get her. Downey gets the car to turn real early that time, trying to apex it real early as Caitlin Leonard skates out. Here comes the 44 to the inside. Thomas Downey, like I said, your Texas Grand winner on the inside here. See if she can maneuver a couple of better turns. She's really struggled out of 4 lately. Come to the white flag. She'll lead them to the white flag. 1 to go here. Downey going to lean on her just a little bit getting in there. She's going to get a good run off of the outside, though. He's going to get in her left rear a little bit. And your winner going to hang on, going to be Caitlin Leonard in the 9th C out of Sinton, Texas. Thomas Downey going to come in 2nd. Jason Fitch 3rd. Hector Aguirre 4th. And Kevin Edgetech picking up 5th. First heat, and it's already a good one, man. I tell you what, that's what we want. See some racing tonight, I tell you. Heat number 2 on the pole. One of the locals here out of El Campo, Texas. Last night he was in the top 10 qualifiers, having a good run in that 12 car. Is going to be Adam Perks outside. Out of Kingsville, Texas in the 38, Josh Sewell. Row 2 on the inside, the mullet man, Shannon Maurer out of Victoria in the 02, and outside in the 11D making his return tonight. Out of Edna, Texas, the 11D of John Drexler. Row 3 finds Brian Rye in the 154 out of Corpus Christi, and the 58 of John Armandia out of New Braunfels. The 4th row on the inside, the 179, Grant Whitney Jr. out of Spring, Texas. And all the way out of San Antonio, debuting his brand new car for us tonight. How about Alan Torres in the 94? Alan Torres, always tough. I tell you what, keep an eye on the 94. Here we go, lights all out. We're going green this time. Woo, Josh Sewell with a big motor down the front straightaway there. Motor's right by the 12 car. Here comes Shannon Maurer to the inside. Here comes the 54, Brian Rye. Rye, no stranger to these cars, although he races limited modifieds every week. Here comes Maurer back with a crossover to 3rd. Rye trying to get back into 3rd here over Maurer on the outside. Drexler, Alan Torres now up into 6th here. You got to figure Torres was running late because of some traffic on I-10. So he literally has no laps on that 94 car. First laps in the heat race. Here he is, started 8th up to 5th. Brian Rye up and under the El Campo Hot 2, Adam Perks. Rye with a slider here, going to get into Perks. Perks gets him in the bumper. Oh, Perks pushes up. Here comes Shannon Maurer to 3rd. Rye with a big slider that hurt Perks. Dropped him a couple of spots there. Here comes Alan Torres now. Oh, Maurer pushes. Here comes Perks. Here comes Torres on the outside of Perks. Torres in that 94 started 8th, working on 4th. Halfway. We got halfway. 5 to go. 5 down. Brian Rye trying to run down Josh Sewell. Torres trying to run down Maurer. Torres' car pushes up real bad. Maurer gets a little gap there. Only 2 laps to go. Josh Hill led from lap number 1. First time by the stand. He was in the lead and hadn't looked back. But I tell you what, the 54 car, Brian Rye, he's rolling this deal. He started in 5th. White flag, here comes Rye to the bottom. Your winner, the 38 of Josh Sewell. Second will go to Brian Ryan, the 54. Third, the 02 is Shannon Maurer. Alan Torres from 8th to 4th in that 94, and Adam Perks going from the pole of 5th. That's not going to help his passing point. All right, 1 to go on the pole. Donald Kane in the 24 out of Willis, Texas on the outside. Jason Turnmeyer in the 1T out of Danbury. Inside, row number 2, Lynn Fox out of Woodsboro in the 14F, and Jared Herring out of Vider in the 1H. Jared Herring had a good run last night in qualifying. Row 3, the inside, local favorite Mickey Helms out of Victoria in the 174. Outside him, Dylan Gaither out of San Antonio in the 11X. And row 4, the 13J, Johnny Johnson out of McAllen, and Stephen Danielson out of Corpus Christi. Here we go. Problems for Herring here in the 1H right off, as well as some problems for Turnmeyer. Turnmeyer losing a right rear tire and losing a right rear fender. Donald Kane out front doing what it takes. If you're going to start on the pole, you got to win. I tell you what, Stephen Danielson in that 149 working that passing points as good as you can work it. Starting way in the back and working his way to 4th. The problem is he's lost the top 3. Leda, John Leda. John Leda owns the 24 car, but that ain't John Leda driving. I'm not saying he can't drive that well, but that's Donald Kane in the 24. He's got Mickey Helms in the 174 all over. Look like the 14F of Lynn Fox might have lost a motor. That's not good for Lynn Fox. Your winner, out of Willis, Texas, Donald Kane in the 24. Second goes to Mickey Helms in the 174. Third going to go to the 1H of Jared Herring. All right, we got some debris. Jason Turnmeyer's right rear fenders over in turn number 2 there. They're picking it up and had a little fluid come out of Lynn Fox. See if we can't clear some cars and keep stuff moving here. But heat race number 4 for our factory stocks on the pole is going to be Craig Pursley Jr. out of New Waverly in the 3F. Outside him, out of Corpus Christi in the 7, Jesse Sandoval. Inside row number 2, out of Robstown, Texas in the 21G is going to be Steve Grants. Outside him, out of Huffman in the 41, that's Dylan Olasco. Row number 3, last night's second fast time in the 5.0 is going to go to Jeff Hammett out of Edgewood, Texas. And outside him in the 99 is going to be Triton Temple out of Corpus Christi. Row number 4, one of the local favorites. Second, had a hell of a good year, hell of a good driver. How about Johnny Westfall out of Victoria in the 19? An unusual number for this driver. Normally drives a 747. Out of Here we go. Big run out of Pursley and Grants on the inside.
Yep, I agree.
Craig Pursley in that 3 car out front. Steve Grants in the 21G. Jeff Hammett in the 5.0. Triton Temple got shuffled back here, working the outside now. Kind of had to piece that car together last minute to try to make the race. Got to appreciate that. Getting hung up in some slower traffic here with Sandoval. He rolling by a couple. Pursley still out front. The 21G, Steve Grant second. Jeff Hammett third. Dylan Olasco, GW Hassong, your top 5. Pursley's car just goes through the center of that turn like nothing, man. I tell you what, that car rolls through the middle way better than that 21G does and allows him to just drive off like a rocket ship. Top 3 starting to spread out. You got 4th and 5th right there behind Jeff Hammett in the 5.0. Olasco gets a little loose. Hassong tries the outside. high for Hammett there. These guys are all searching. Everybody seems to be turning the car real early down in 1. Get that car to rotate real early, diamond off to the bottom to that monster truck tire, and let it rotate right off the turn there. So they got to really roll different through 3 and 4. 2 different ends of the track, definitely how they're working right now. '21G car way too tight through 1 and 2, allowing Persley to get out there. But both of them have kind of checked out on the 5.0 of Hammett. Triton Tempo back in 6. I tell you what, he's got a fast enough car. The problem is he's kind of lost that pack, and it's hard to run a pack down when they're that far out this early in the night with this type of racetrack. Coming to the white flag, 9 down, 1 to go. Here we go. Greg Persley, still your leader. The winner of the 3F, Craig Persley. Second's going to go to Steve Grants. Third going to go to Jeff Hammett. Fourth, Dylan Alasko. Fifth, going to go to GW Song. Triton Temple coming in 6th. Tommy, the young hot shoe in the 99 out of Corpus Christi, struggled a little bit there. What you got going on with the car that you need to do to make this better?
Get faster all the way around there. We're going to do some work back to it and be back out here and run the second deal.
All right, good luck in the second one, man. Hope y'all can pick up the win in the second one. That's crew chief for the 99. Actually, it's Dad. I don't know if he crew chiefs or not, but he's right. We got to get it faster all the way around, he said. So I like it when I got people to talk to up here, too, there, Anthony. That's good stuff, buddy. All right, heat race number 5. That was a tough heat, I tell y'all what. That was a good one. Heat 5 is going to be good. On the pole in the 01, it's going to be Kenny Berry out of Dayton, Texas, outside. The 6-inch out of Odom, Daniel Preston. Inside row 2, Jason Downey in the 44D, driving the car that I believe his dad won the Texas Grand in. Out of Pearland, Texas, Jason Downey. Outside, fast qualifier. No stranger to the winner's circle at any track in Texas, the 27F Dalton Faulkner out of Conroe, Texas. Row 3, Cameron Starry in the 741. 741 is going to be Cameron Starry out of Robstown, the young hot shoe, the Robstown Rocket they call him. The 115 of Chuck Perry out of Corpus Christi's outside him. Row 4, the 25R, also out of Corpus, Nathan Rahi. And out of Pearland, Texas, Earl Alsobrook in the 71 old school ride. Doesn't look like he made it out. There he is, old school, baby. I like that old car. I don't even know those are racing rims or street rims. Boy, it looks like they're street tires almost. That thing's gets her done. Check them out. I like that cat. Lights out. We're going this time. Keep an eye on that 27 of Dalton Faulkner. Guy's just hard to beat. Here we go. You can count on Jason Downing. They're going to split the 01 right out the gate here. The 6-inch Daniel Preston leads them down. Here comes Faulkner in the first turn. Preston going to drive it down the back straightaway out to the lead here. Preston timed in at about 5th or 6th fast last night, so he's got him a good car. Daniel Preston to lead lap number 1. Oh, he pushes up, opening the door for Faulkner here. The 115, though, how about that Chuck Perry up into 3rd here. Chuck Perry started 6th. He's in 3rd while the front 2 battle. He might drive around both of them. Here comes the 115 of Chuck Perry. Chuck putting a bumper on Faulkner here. Chuck Perry in that 115 putting a bumper on Faulkner, says, let's go, man. What are you doing here? Perry up into 2nd. Chuck Perry challenging Dalton Faulkner here for the lead on the inside. The 115. Faulkner with that outside line gets a good run down the back straightaway. Dalton Faulkner, your leader. Chuck Perry, second. Oh, Perry's car skates out, almost gets in the back straightaway wall there. Cameron Starry now moving on the move here, the 741, trying to get it under the 6-inch of Daniel Preston. 5 inches too short. Faulkner now with a commanding lead. Chuck Perry there in second. The 6-inch of Daniel Preston, followed by the 741, the youngster, the hot shoe out of Robstown, Cameron Starry. Starry doing all he can here, see if he can get up into third. Starry started fifth, so he is making some passing points. If he can get up into third, that'd be good for his passing points. And Rahi, I tell you what, Rahi started seventh, currently in fifth in that 25 car. Oh, here comes Rahi on the inside of Starry. We got a great race for third. Throw a blanket over those third, fourth, and fifth. Coming to 2 to go here. 2 to go this time by. Starry on the inside as the 6-inch moves way too high. Here comes Rahi on his inside. Once again, great race for third here. White flag, here we go. Starry's got anything for the 6-inch. He's going to need to get it going here. Woo, there's tight coming down the line. A 6-inch of Daniel Preston continues to run the high line. Better run there through that turn for the 741. See if he can get it down into turns 3 and 4. The 741 of Cameron Starry. Nah, ain't going to make it the 6-inch. We're winning out front, the 27, Dalton Faulkner, followed by the 115. How about Chuck Perry? Third's going to go to the 6-inch of Daniel Preston. Fourth, the 741 of Cameron Starry. All right, here we go. Heat number 6. I tell you what, on the pole is a hot rod. This cat has been flying. On the pole out of Butte, Texas. 55R, that's Rusty Head. Outside, though, in the 85, it's actually 8S, not 85, but Johnny Torres. I tell you what, that's a front row right there. Johnny Torres out of San Antonio. Owen Holder, the 4th, out of Cleveland in the 39. Inside row 2. Outside, Austin Miller out of Sheridan in the 57M. Tony Blankenship out of Victoria, starting inside row 3. Outside Memphis Villarreal in the 30, your third fast qualifier. Jerry Evans in the 17E and Michael Pesic in the 36P. Here we go. Villarreal immediately on the move from 6th to 3rd on the front straightaway. I told you, though, that front row is tough. This is a couple of hot shoes on the front row with Johnny Torres and Rusty Head. Rusty been running mostly limiteds lately. He had Don Painter driving the 55R here towards the end of the season, the factory stock. So Rusty may be a little rusty yet. Memphis Villarreal in that 30 out of Corpus Christi has run down Rusty Head here, working the bottom. I tell you what, you clip that big old monster truck tire and you're going to be done. There's going to be no left front left on that thing. So he's working right around that tire. Memphis Villarreal digging on the 55 of Rusty Head. 6 laps complete. The scoreboard is accurate. 6 laps complete here. Villarreal still digging on the 55, coming to 2 to go here. 2 to go, lap number 8 right here, 2 to go. Villarreal all the way up side by side with Rusty Head down the back straightaway. The 55 though, going to pull him down the straightaway. He's just scrubbing too much speed, trying to bottom like Villarreal is down there in 1 and 2, and allows that 55 to rotate and go. White flag, 1 lap left. Johnny Torres in the 8S. Here it is, your winner, Johnny Torres out of San Antonio in the 8S. Rusty Head going to bring it home second. Third going to go to Memphis Villarreal. Not good, Rusty Head. Started on the pole, finished second. Doesn't help him. Johnny Torres picking up the win with some passing points there for 1 pickup. Good job. All right, time for some limited modified heats. Heat number 1 coming out on the pole out of Victoria, Texas, Braden Tomlinson in the 33 outside. Out of Brazoria in the 77 R's, Bryce Reed. Row number 2 out of Granite Shoals, Doug Ripple in the 8. Outside him in the 98H. Out of New Waverly, the New Waverly hot shoe, Garrett Higgins. Garrett Higgins, a 2020 IMCA Modified Champion. Row 3, the 184, Brian Rye out of Corpus Christi. Outside him in the 03, out of Edna, GW Hassong. And bringing up the rear, Chad Hughes out of Cold Spray, Texas in the 41. Here we go. GW Hassong on the top with some big moves all the way up into 3rd. Keep an eye on that 98, Garrett Higgins. Like I said, Higgins, our 2020 track champion in the IMCA Modified Division. Caution is out for the 41 on the front straightaway. right, clean the caution up. Here we go. 77 out front. Bryce Reed, he's been rolling that 77 pretty good last couple of times he's been here. But keep an eye on Garrett Higgins on his outside. Here we go. Brian Wright kind of got squeezed way out there. New leader, Garrett Higgins in the 98H. I told y'all folks, keep an eye on that cat. Boom, GW Song, and the 41 having major problems over there. That song's gonna roll. He's definitely broke. We're gonna need a record for that one. Yeah, it's probably best he just stopped where he was. Attacking the 41 would have got him parked in his factory and his limited. Looked like the 41 just pushed up. Instead of getting out of the gas, he stayed in it, ran right over the nose of the 03. Tough break for GW Song. Not his fault. Tough break there. '41 will catch the tail on that one. 41 will catch the tail on that one. Definitely his fault there. Wasn't GW Song's fault. He just got caught up. All right, here, Bryce Reed chose the outside. Brian Wright, I'm sure, would prefer the inside. That's interesting. Garrett Higgins out front. Here we go. Great race for second here. You're going to watch Higgins drive away. Good run for Bryce Reed on the outside there. Halfway that time by. Chad Hughes and that 41 still rolling. Starting to run down Brian Wright here for third. I tell you what, Bryce Reed giving Higgins here a little run in that 77. White flag, Garrett Higgins. Higgins, a new Waverly hot shoe there in the 98H, picking up the win. Second going to go to Bryce Reed. Third going to go to 41 of Chad Hughes. Fifth going to go to Brian Rye in the 184. Me and Tommy just up here talking about heat race number 4. We can't wait for heat 4. You'll see what it's about here in a little bit. First, let's get to heat 2. On the pole, the 00K, Oliver Billingsley out of Manchaca, Texas, I think. Outside in the 76, out of Aransas Pass is Michael Carlock. Row 2, the high 5, Joseph Ponton Jr. out of Hockley. And outside him, Adam Bartels in the 44K out of Alvin. Row 3, Brandon Martin in the question mark out of Hardin, Texas. And Eddie Ross in the PD1 bringing up the rear, the Westlaco Hot Shoe in the 96. That'd be Jared Moppin in the 96, starting dead last. I tell you what, keep an eye on that 96 to come to the front of this deal. Not to say there ain't some really good ones in here, but the 96 is tough. Well, Michael Carlock comes alive down the back straightaway, the 76. Longtime Corpus Christi driver comes to life. High 5. Joseph Ponton leads lap 1 as they drive down in there. Oh, get 4 wide, get a little crazy down at 1 and 2. Here comes Moppin on the inside. Michael Carlock out front, though, I tell you what. Carlock, he couldn't wipe the smile off his face right now. I got question mark on my sheet for Brandon Martin. I think that's the 42 there. Michael Carlock in the 76. Get it, Michael. Carlock leads him down the back straightaway. The 42 of Brandon Martin. Here comes the 96 of Jared Moppin. Your lead of the 76. Woo! How about Michael Carlock? You gotta love the old school here. Old school 76. Michael Carlock getting it done on the outside. What did I tell you about the 96 coming from the back? He's on the hunt right there in the top 3. The high 5, Joseph Ponton now out front, but here comes the 96 under Carlock for second. Jared Moppin up to second. Gonna go to Joseph Ponton Jr. Second, though. How about Jared Moppin on the passing points? Jared Moppin started dead last, finishing second. Third, going to my main man. I got a text. That's the Holy Roller in the 76. How about Michael Carlock? I like it, man. Carlock, old school, getting it done there. Longtime Corpus racer. I think his daddy opened CC Speedway. Carlock was a promoter at South Texas Speedway at one point in his career. He's done it all. Good guy. All right, heat number 3 on the pole. Out of Victoria, our E-Mod champion, moving up to race with the Sport Mods this weekend for the Clash. The 04 is Cooper Kaliba. Outside out of San Antonio, he has not lost this year at Edna in his car. That's Johnny Torres in the 66. Row 2, the
out of Cuero, the youngster of the Oaks bunch, Nathan Oaks in the 21, and outside him, the youngster, the 46X of Trent Dixon. Row 3, the 11T is Tom Groth, who's out of San Antonio, and outside him, Jarrett Barber out of Robstown. Bringing up the rear here, Chandler Fox in the 53X out of Kerrville, trying to get that 19 to where he belongs, and we should be good to go. Appears we have an extra car. I don't have the 64 in this heat, so not sure what's going on with the 64. Sometimes you get a little excited, Tommy, so you come out here before your heat race like, man, I'm ready to go. I think that's Jason Downey, the 164. He's in the next heat. I tell you what, the next heat has Howard Willis and Lawrence Maklachik. I'd have rather came out in this one, too. Just saying. I'm not sure about Nathan Oaks. He's a youngster, too. I know Trent Dixon's either 11 or 12 years old. He picked up the senior division win in the karts earlier, so he also races go-karts, but he's been running this E-mod, and now they're moved it up into the limited mods. I tell you what, he'll be classified as the Rookie of the Year. The Edna, Texas, Texana Raceway Park Rookie of the Year in the limited modifieds was Trent Dixon. That's pretty cool when you're that young running with the big dogs. Daddy's teaching him right. He'll be running the 600 before you know it. All right, here we go. Johnny Torres. Cooper Kaliba in the 04, got a 602 crank motor in that thing. Normally runs in the E-mods. Driver of the 19, Jarrett Barber, he's a good one. Won many a street stock races around this track and other tracks, so keep an eye on that 19. Currently in 5th, just digging his way on the bottom. Nice and quiet. He's always a patient, good little driver. Barber starting 6th, working his way here to 3rd. Cooper skates way out high, allows Barber to move in there and take over the spot. Cooper ain't going to give it up easy in that 04. Oh, hang on to it, Cooper. You had to feel like the 66 at Johnny Torres would likely run away with it, but I tell you what, the youngster Nathan Oaks kind of hanging around right there. got a set in tow. Picking up the win there to 66, Johnny Torres. Second go to Nathan Oakes in the 21. Third, Jared Barber in the 19. Fourth, Cooper Kaliba. All right, like I said, heat race 4 is the one I'm looking forward to. On the pole, out of Dayton, Texas, a Texas legend in the 23. How about Howard Willis? Outside him in the BD2, not so legendary out of Odom, Texas, is Daniel Preston. Inside row number 2, the 91. Out of Cleveland, that's Calvin Tucker. And another one of Texas legends out of Petronila, Texas in the 87. How about Lawrence Maklachek? Row 3, another hot shoe out of Cuero, though. I tell you what, the 53, Edward Oakes, always fast. And outside him in the 164, Jason Downey. Like I said, there's more feature wins between Howard Willis and Lawrence Maklachek than every driver that's here tonight times 2, I think. Here we go. Howard's going to lead him down the back chute. Daniel Preston on the outside. Lawrence Maklachek right there in third. Here comes Edward Oakes on the inside. Maklachek the second. Howard Willis out front. Edward Oakes on the inside for third here. I tell you what, there's no shame in your game if you're losing to the 2 out front. And you know they want to beat each other. They've raced each other many years. Howard Willis out front, Lawrence Maklachek second. All right, Maklachek trying to close in on Howard Willis once again. White flag, 1 lap left. Your winner, Howard Willis. Second, going to go to Lawrence Maklachek. Now you know what I meant when I said Jason Dowdy didn't really want to be in that heat race. He'd rather been in the one before because that was a tough one. All right, heat number 5, bringing out a brand new car out of Anderson, Texas in the 9s, David Leger. Outside in the 0-0, Troy Alford out of Magnolia, Texas. Row 2 out of Portland, Texas. In the 101, that's Tanner Whitmire. Outside him, Out of Richmond, always tough, Caleb Sellier in the 4SX. It's actually the $4, but it looks like he had to be SX tonight, maybe. The 13M inside row number 3 is going to be Ben Maklachek out of Corpus Christi. And outside him in the 14 is going to be Trent Beaver out of San Antonio, Texas. Here we go. All right, the 0-0, Troy Alford out of Magnolia. David Leger and then Tanner Whitmire. Problems for Trent Beaver down the back straightaway. Problems for Trent Beaver. Looks like a right rear flat. He had problems down the back straightaway. Not really sure why he didn't exit or pull to the infield, but he'll be done. One caution and you're done here, so we'll move on to the next step. Troy Alford did not want to see that in the 0-0-0. David Leger probably didn't want to see that. Now he's got Tanner Whitmire to his inside right here, so tough group, tough group. And the $4 Caleb Sellier, I'm not sure what happened to Caleb. I had to go inside, take care of a little other business. White flag. Troy Alford out of Magnolia continues to lead them. Ben Maklachek giving a little run on Tanner Whitmire here with that 13M. your winner, Troy Alford out of Magnolia in the 0-0. Second's going to go to David Leger out of Anderson in the 9. Third, 101, Tanner Whitmire. I almost said Trip Whitmire, his son. That's a go-kart racer we typically have around. Ben Maklicek in the 13M started 5th, finishes out 4th. Tanner Whitmire started 3rd, finished 3rd. The only one that really lost some ground there would be David Leger going 2nd from 1st. That ain't good. You don't want to finish worse than you start. That's the key. We should have Jude Algar in the restrictor coming out. We're going to make a few laps for Jude. We had the restrictors on the bill tonight, but only one showed up, so he's going to win. But we're going to let him make a few laps, hand him a trophy, and send him on his way. That's how it works. It don't matter how many show up. If you're the only one, you're the winner. Jude Algar, Jude the dude. I think he went off 3rd in our junior go-karts tonight. Here we go. Jude in the 4 car, he will be racing the Tulsa Shootout up there at the Chili Bowl coming up in late December. They run the shootout now, so he'll be racing this restrictor car at the Tulsa Shootout as well as a Voodoo Chassis Junior Sprint. It's currently located down at the Tech Pad. He'll bring it up and show it off to the crowd tomorrow up here in the grandstands. Junior Sprint's pretty cool thing to get into for a decent right amount of money for you youngsters to get into and do some racing once you want to graduate out of the kart divisions. Jude turned some good laps. The last time he was here, he won the main event here with a lot more than himself out there. So I tell you what, I was excited for that Heat 4 and the limited modifieds. If you didn't enjoy that, you just you got problems, because that Lawrence Maklicek, Howard Willis thing, that's some great stuff. If any of y'all out there are interested in karting, I tell you what, just message us to the Texana Raceway Facebook page, or there's another track just up the road here in East Bernard, Riverside Raceway. You could, either one of us, we can get you all the information to get you started, get you going. Get you started, get you going into karting. So, man, there's a lot of opportunities right now out there in karting. We got Riverside Raceway just up the way in East Bernard. We run them here on our race nights. We have L87, who's a track sponsor here down in Corpus Christi, the Bishop area. We got a big event called our Stars event, the South Texas Arena Racing Series down in Robstown, Texas. Going to be racing indoors with karts and mini sprints restrictors coming up in February. So got a lot going on in the karting world nowadays. If you want to get your kids into something like that, there's some great opportunities right now to do that, and it's a lot of fun. It's not just you meet a lot of new people and you make a lot of new friends. All these kids are fun to watch. They all become good friends. It's pretty neat. So white flag here for Jude Algar. We're gonna let him get out of the cart and have some fun. Stop him on the front straightaway here real quick. Then we're gonna bring out some late models, I think. All right, let's see if we can get him on the front straightaway here and talk to him for a second. I tell you what, the best part about Jude is no matter whether he wins or loses, he typically throws his steering wheel. Like, I don't know why. He throws his steering wheel, gets excited. We'll see if he climbs up on the wing and gets crazy. Yeah, here comes Dad. See if he throws the steering wheel at Dad. And watch, tonight after I told y'all he ain't going to throw the steering wheel. His dad been working on that. Don't throw the steering wheel, boy. And look, like I said, all his karting buddies, here they come running. Steering wheel comes out of the car. Did not go flying. Last race when he won, it went flying. So Jude is amazing sponsor guy. His winner circle victory comments are always good. There he is again. He loves to get on the wing and give y'all a little bit. So hang on, Jude. Let me get a picture. You're the winner. You're the fastest restrictor here tonight. Good job. Come here and talk to me. Tell me who your sponsors are. Let's go, Brandon. All right, Jude. Good job, man. Thanks for bringing it out tonight. Got you a nice trophy there and go to your collection. You got a pretty big collection I've seen at the house. Who's your sponsors? What do you got to say tonight?
Let's go, Brandon.
Really? That's your sponsor? Give me some sponsors, buddy. Come here.
Lost Lagoon, Algar Incorporated, Septic Frick Incorporated, Dam Services, Big Red Wrecker Services, Napa Auto Parts, Pardo Racing, SOS Racing, Chris Staff Construction, Trustway Solutions, Wheeler Metals, WR1 Sim Chassis, Lucas Speed Factory, 41 Shocks, Weldon Buford, Michael Lamsoff, and my dad. Oh, 317 awards.
I knew he forgot one because it's me. All right, good job. Jude Allgaier, folks. Thanks, Jude, for bringing it out. Take it in, buddy, and let's get some late models out here for some hot laps so we can get ready for heat number 2 on our second round of heats coming up. So you notice he didn't look at his car, named every sponsor but one. So he practices that a lot from my understanding. Sits at the house and goes over sponsors. So you forgot one? Who? All right. Tomorrow night we're going to have a 40-lap factory stock main event. We got 30 laps for the limited modifieds, 25 laps for our late models, and 20 laps for our modifieds. A lot of laps tomorrow night for a lot of great cars. Going to be some good stuff. Jude the Dude. All right, here we go for our hot lap session. So the goal with our hot laps tonight was to run these, run that first set of heats, wear the track in, and then give our late model and modified guys that showed up tonight an opportunity to run on the track as it changes throughout the night. So they're going to get it now. Then we'll run our heat 2s. The track's going to dry out more. It's going to possibly take some rubber, hopefully not, but it's going to slick off. And as it slicks off, we'll give them another set of hot laps after the second set of heats. Therefore, the track changed again for them. We'll run our dashes, and then we'll open it up to hot laps the rest of the night is all they want. So let's see if we get to come out here and have some fun. EJ Schroet in the 5. Caleb Sellier in the, no, that's not Caleb. That's his brother, I believe. Garrett Gregory in the 77. The 96 is Jarrett Maupin. The 12 is Cody Leonard.
22M is Anthony Gordon. The 5 is DJ Schroet. I tell you what, there is no slouch out there, guys. This is a good group of cars right here. Man, the cream of the crop's already here getting ready. Can you imagine tomorrow? This one's going to be good. Nicholas Sellier in the $4 this weekend, not Caleb. Caleb's driving the $4 limited. Nicholas driving the $4 mod. Nicholas Sellier going around over there in turns 3 and 4. Ray Allen Kohanic in the 33 coming out right here. Not sure who's in the 08 or the 1. Brandon Brzezowski. Brandon Brzezowski, let's go Brandon in the 10-4. DJ Schroet in the 5. The 88's Bobby Jack.
Check it out, folks. We got 19 confirmed. There's only 6 out there right now. Wait till there's 19 on the track tomorrow. Thought I saw Cody Hardage pull in as well, so he's probably here somewhere. We might see him in another session. All right, each the modifieds and the late models get one more opportunity to run a few laps, and we'll have our second set of heats with factory stocks. All right, factory stock heat 2. This is the last late model hot lap factory stock. Second set of heats, factory stock. We need you up. Let's go, let's go. Next up, should be our factory stocks. Sound like there's one more pulling on here, so.
stocks. Factory stocks. You should be set of heats. Second set of heats, factory stocks. You should be lining up. Second set of heats, factory stocks. Let's go.
Joel will talk to everybody all day long in the shop when he's there. And he's looking at me, he's like, shut up. I'm like, hey, it's either a learned behavior from your adopted dad or it's an inherited behavior from your biological dad. Pick one. For him? No. This is the last thing he'll eat before he goes to bed. He don't like to eat late. And when he gets up in the morning, shit. I don't know what he's going to eat 'cause we don't have no food. No K-Late at all. I guess, if they're still open. I don't know.
Walmart closes at like 10 or 11. I don't know why Walmart doesn't. Oh, wait. It's because idiots go in there. I remember just being drunk, leaving Cactus Canyon, go to Walmart out there on Hallettsville Highway because the other one wasn't there yet. Go out there and just walk around the store at 3 o'clock in the morning, drunk off our asses, and look at the people that come out at night.
Yep. Or play hide and seek. You play hide and seek all the time.
They just stupidest thing we ever did was pick up the end. Can't get run out of there one time.
All right, decided to go get a quick bite to eat, and here they come. That's how it works. It's like on the pole is going to be Don Cron in the 17. Couldn't see the number as he rolled by outside the front row here. Give me just a minute. It's like the 94 of Alan Torres out of San Antonio is going to be outside. Johnny Johnson out of McAllen, Texas in the 13J inside row 2. Here comes the 99 of Triton Temple outside row 2. The 741 Cameron Starry row 3 outside him. The 02 of Shannon Maurer inside row 4. The 32 Jason Fitch outside him. Fitch out of Inez. Craig Persley in the 3F. And looks like Jason Turnmeyer in the 1T will bring up the rear. Lights out. Here we go. Second round of heat races for our factory stock. Caution's out for Shannon Maurer over in turn 2, all stuck on a tire.
Here we go. Maurer going up to have a conversation in turn 4 does not help you in this situation. Once again, the 94 of Alan Torres getting out front. Craig Pursley in the 3F on the move here. 741 and Cameron Starry trying to keep him behind him as he's all over the back bumper of Triton Temple. Don Cron doing a good job. It looked like Triton Temple had Don Cron before the caution came out. Now looks like Starry's going to get under Temple here, possibly make the move. Here comes Craig Pursley to make it 3 wide down the back straightaway. Pursley on the inside. Here we go. 3 wide getting into 3 ought to be fun. No problems, 3 wide coming out. 3 wide down the front straightaway. Temple on the outside. Pursley working the very bottom. Having to pinch it off down there. 741 should get a good run off of turn number 2 to lead those 3 out. Starry making his way into second here. Cameron Starry, the Robstown Rocket, makes his way up into second around the 17 of Don Cron. Here comes Cron back to the inside. Look out. Didn't make it work. Here comes Starry on the outside, rolling that deal. Cron to third. Small oil fire on the 57M in the infield. Didn't slow down Alan Torres at all. Torres is going to win that one. The 741 Cameron Starry going to come home second. 17 of Don Cron third. Craig Pursley from the back to fourth. Remember, it's all about passing points here. Maurer can't be happy with that after bringing out the early caution, having to go to the rear, then stopping up there and losing a lot of ground trying to talk to the corner workers. We know around here you cannot talk to the corner workers. You got to be ready to go.
All right, so the 57M getting pushed to the end, out of here. He looks like he blew up. He left the oil kind of all the way through 1 and 2. I know there was a big black streak of oil through there, so issues for that 57M. He's had a tough weekend already. Last night and tonight he had car problems. So
The 911, Nathan Renfro. The 5.0, Jeff Hammett, last night's second fast qualifier. The 11, Dylan Gaither. 36P, Michael Pesic.
oh my goodness, this is a good one here.
Pesic on the pole, outside Nathan Renfro. The 179 at Grant Whitney Jr. out of Spring, inside row 2. Dylan Gaither in the 11X outside row 2. Jeff Hammett in the 5.0, last night's second fast, and outside him in the 27F, Dalton Faulkner, last night's fast time. Row 4, Olin Holder, the Ford, out of Cleveland in the 39, and the 113 is Hector Aguirre out of Corpus Christi. Row 5, Josh Sewell, who won a heat race earlier in that 38 and was fast, and Donald Kane, who won a heat race. So you got 3 heat race winners in this group right here between Kane, Sewell, Faulkner, Hammett. Man, this is a tough one. Tough heat race. Here we go. Renfro going to lead him down into turn number 1. Faulkner on the very outside here. 3 wide out of 2. Pesic on the bottom. Here comes the 5.0, Jeff Hammett. Donald Kane in that 24, trying to move as well. Hector Aguirre's gotten past both of them boys there. They're 3 wide out of 4. Look out. Kane on the outside, Aguirre on the outside. Renfro still in third. Dylan Gaither in third. Renfro in second. Here comes Hammond to the inside of Gaither. Gaither with a big run out of turn 2. Gonna drive right up the side. Renfro in the 911. Dylan Gaither, the I-37 hot shoe, now doing a good job here. Here comes Hammond on the bottom. Hammond gonna drive it in, pinch it off on the bottom, see if he can get a big run. Here he comes, a 5.0 out of turn number 2. Gonna lead him down the back straightaway for second. Dalton Faulkner way out front right now in the 27. Donald Kane now digging for third here. Here comes Donald Kane to third. Josh Sewell picked up a heat race win earlier. He's got to get going here if he wants to get up into this mix. So we're going to pick off 2 down that back straightaway there, move him up into the top 5. Faulkner, Hammett, Kane. Tell you what, Jeff Hammett ain't letting Faulkner get away. Faulkner already had every bit of that lead before Jeff Hammett was able to clear the other cars, so. The key to Dalton Faulkner as you watch him is consistency. The guy don't make many mistakes. He's just consistent. 2 to go, Dalton Faulkner. Oh, the 179 goes around. It's a white flag lap. There is no stopping now. Your winner, Dalton Faulkner, second.
Going to go to Jeff Hammett. Third, going to go to Donald Kane. Kane started dead last, so big passing points for Donald Kane. Hammett started 5th, second. Faulkner 6th to 1st. Heat race number 3 on the pole. Earl Alsobrook in that 71. Man, she's a beaut, 19-something. I mean, awesome car. I love this car coming out. It looks like coming off the street. She's a beaut right there. She goes down the front straightaway. That's Earl Alsobrook. Jerry Evans on the outside out of Refugio in the 17E. Row 2 finds the 133 of Megan Dotson out of Rockport. And John Armandia out of New Braunfels in the 58. Row 4, 174, Mickey Helms, who had a good heat earlier. Outside is going to be Dylan Alasko out of Huffman. Row 4, Jason Downey in the 44D out of Pearland. And Johnny Torres, heat race winner earlier out of San Antonio. Outside row 4, the 44, Thomas Downey. 2 Downeys on this one, inside rows 4 and 5. Thomas Downey in the 44 out of Rocheron. And Adam Perks, your local El Campo driver. One of the local favorites here, Adam Perks in the 12P, bringing up the rear. Passing points are the key. Perks with some big moves right off the bat. He got around Johnny Torres. He got around the Downeys. Adam Perks in that 12 ain't wasting no time bringing it to the front. Oh, Alasko got hung up with John Armandia. Lap number 1 led by Jerry Evans in the 17, 3 wide out of turn number 2. Alasko on the top, Mickey Helms on the bottom. Adam Perks right there digging on John Armandia. Boom, little bumper for Armandia from Adam Perks there with a 12. Perks gonna drop down, try to go under him here. Big pop out of one of those crate motors as they get down into turn number 1. I tell you who's struggling right now, and surprisingly, is the 8S, Johnny Torres, currently in 5th. Yes, he started back there, but he ain't going nowhere right now. Not sure what's going on with him. New leader, your Victoria. Hot shoe, that's Mickey Helms in the 174, local favorite, Mickey Helms. Alasko's car just gets too tight through the middle off, scoots up. Armandia gonna try him again. Here comes Johnny Torres. Torres has to get that thing wound up, then he rolls. Here he's gonna get 2 for 1 special out of turn number 2. Halfway. Johnny Torres now up to 3rd. Armandia and Perks get together. Armandia gonna go around. No, he ain't. No, they're gonna go 3 wide. Look out! Got a tire down the front straightaway. Look out! Broken axle. Yeah, I got all kinds of problems on the 12 here. It was a right front spindle, not an axle, but the whole shebang is rolling down the track over there. He just got done a little ugly there, I think.
All right. Mickey Helms, Johnny Torres, Dylan Alasko, your top three. Alasko's actually second, but he chose the outside here. His car's struggling to turn a little bit, so outside allow him to roll through there a little better. There we go. John Armadillo rolling now. All right, here we go. Mickey Helms from the front. Johnny Torres on the bottom here. Dylan Alasko. Big run out of Alasko down the front straightaway there. Alasko on the top side, going to get a big run off the back here. Let's see if he can pull around Mickey Helms for the lead. Side by side. Alasko just edges him out, getting in there. This is where Alasko seemed to struggle before. Coming to the checker flag right here. Alasko, can he get him? Woo! I think Dylan Alasko. Yes, sir. Alasko winner, 41. Mickey Helms second. Johnny Torres goes third. Wow. Heat 4 from the pole in the 17 out of Edna's GW Hassan. Outside, the 25R out of Corpus Christi's Nathan Rahi. Row 2 inside Memphis Villarreal in the 30 out of Corpus Christi. And outside him in the 7Ns, Kevin Nedgetech out of Liberty Hill. Row 3, the 154 of Brian Rye and the 1H of Jared Herring. Row 4, the 21G of Steve Grants and the 6-inch of Daniel Preston. Row 5, the 55R is Rusty Head. And the 9C's Caitlin Leonard. Another really, really tough heat here. This one's going to be a good one. Nathan Rahi out front. Three wide down into turn one. Getting a little wild here. Oh, problems with the 6-inch of Daniel Preston. That will get him kicked off the track. All right, let's try it again here. Something broke on the 7 there. Not sure what's happening there. Problems for the 21Gs in the infield. Ooh, looked like a left rear axle for Kevin Edgetech there in the 7. Kevin's a good guy, good family, hard-working racing family, so I imagine they can get that thing repaired, put back together. Nathan Rye still out front in the 25. Memphis Villarreal and Brian Rye right there at 2nd and 3rd. Jared Herring still in the mix here. GW Song started on the pole. He's back to about 6th now. Rusty Head out of the 55 out of Buda. He started in the back. He's moving up well. Brian Ryan at 54. Nathan Rye, he's still going to lead him, though. Rye up to second. Caution for the 30 of Memphis Villarreal, sitting over in turn number 4. (17) of GW Hassan getting a call on that one. Looks like he'll be going to the rear there. Judging by what's happening on the track, I have no radio, I have no idea what they're doing, but that's their choice. At 54, Brian Rye, he's been rolling this deal, but I tell you what, Rye, you're doing a great job keeping it out front in that 25. Lights are out, we're going this time. Jared Herring digging on Brian right here down the back straightaway. Keep an eye on that 1H. It's a rough heat race here, I tell y'all. Respect done gone completely out the window on this one. Your winner, Nathan Rye in the 25. Villarreal second, third going to go to Rye for Jared Herring. Whew, that was a rough one. our final heat race. Looks like we're going to find Stephen Danielson in the 149 out front. Stephen Danielson out of Corpus Christi on the pole in the 149. Outside out of Victoria, Johnny Westfall in the 9. Row 2, the 115 of Chuck Perry out of Corpus Christi in the 35 of Tony Blankenship out of Victoria. Row 3, the 00M, Nicholas Morgan out of Sulphur, Louisiana, and John Drexler out of Edna in the 11D. (14F) Lynn Fox isn't going to make the call. He came and told me earlier he would not make it back for heat number 2. The 7 is Jesse Sandoval, and the 01 is Kenny Berry out of Dayton. They better get up there. We're going right here. The lights are out. We're going to go green this time. Not a good start at all. They're going to throw a yellow on that one and redo it. Thankfully, that was ugly. Danielson and Perry, both a couple of the top 15 last night. Westfall always fast at Edna, Texana Raceway Park here. Johnny Westfall, no stranger to winning here. Here we go. Not the start Danielson was looking for. He wasn't happy about it at all. Definite problems. We're going to have to redo it again. 35 of Tony Blankenship headed to the pits. Well, 14 is on fire over there. It would be nice to get a wrecker, somebody over from the pit gate there doing their job to help us out with the fire. Well, tough break for the 14. Jacoby McLeavin had a small oil fire get started there in the 14. Sean Klein came out of the stands to go help because we couldn't seem to get any help out of the turn 4 workers. All right, finally getting the track cleared here. We can go back to racing. All right, so we got a little front row battle here going between Johnny Westfall and Stephen Daniels. A little cat and mouse, 2 KG veterans. Neither one of them wants to give an inch. We'll see how this start goes for them. 115 of Chuck Perry goes, hey, y'all keep doing what you're doing. Like Westfall let him down the front straightaway. Him and Danielson get together. Here comes Drexler. The 115 of Chuck Perry to the lead. Drexler to second in the 11D. Not sure what happened to Johnny Westfall. He led across the stripe. Kind of faded after that. Not sure if he's got a problem or what's going on with the 9. Left front flat, maybe? That's what it looks like. Johnny Westfall with a left front flat. Not what we wanted to see for one of our track guys here. Chuck Perry in the 115 out front.
Winner going to be Chuck Perry in the 115, followed by the 11D of John Drexler.
That's the funniest thing she said all night. I don't even know where my husband went. He just went out in the middle of the standing right there. I didn't see his hand right there. Once they threw his shoe over the bench. Did they throw his shoe over the bench? Came over here to I was on my way to go get it. He was already gone. He got it back already. They just got it. That's okay. That's okay. Why didn't fucking reach up and jab slap that kid for doing it? They're probably Oh, great. Five? Well, my daddy would have told me to do. If they did that to me, punch that boy square in the mouth.
All right, here we go. Limited modifieds coming out next. On the pole, heat. First heat of our second session. The 53X, Chandler Fox out of Kerrville. Outside is going to be Jason Downing in the 164 out of Pearland. Inside, row number 2, the 13M is Ben Maclichek out of Corpus Christi. And outside him in the 184 is going to be Brian Rye, also out of Corpus Christi. Row 3, the 44. Fox is going to go around, look out, going to head to the infield of 64. Jason Downing out front, the 184, Brian Rice second. Ben Maclichek in third and that 13M. Oh, we got all kinds of cars, all kinds of problems over in turns 3 and 4 here. All kinds of problems there. Turn 3 and 4. $44K of Adam Bartels involved in that one, along with Matt Fox is involved. Braden Tomlinson involved. All right, well, we're going to stop them while we try to clear the track. The yellow wrecker, I don't know what's going on with it. It just pulls up there and wants to evaluate the situation instead of do what it's supposed to do. It's going to run into the other wrecker here. That would be awesome. Wrecking wreckers. Pure genius. Definitely.
Matt Fox in the 53X, going to take it to the pits here. Looks like he got a right front flat, among other things. Going to give a big shout out to Creek Garland at home watching on Race on Texas, my boy. Creed, who should be in bed already going to sleep. Nathan Oakes is the other one involved there as you see him pull away. All right. Jason Downey out front. 184 Brian Rice second. Ben Maklicek third here. All right, here we go. Let's try to get this. Here we go. Oh, Maklicek with a big run, getting around the 184. Brian Rye here, moving into second. See if he's got anything for Jason Downey in that 164. Oh, as he skates high, Rye's going to shoot to the bottom here and try to get a big run out of 4. Rye will take the position away. David Leger starting to move forward here in that 9 car. Like I said, brand new car, trying to work the bugs out of it, running pretty good here. He's digging on him. The BD2 there, Daniel Preston, right there in the mix, 3 wide out of turn number 4. Jason Downing just driving away from him here. The 184, Brian Rice, second. Now Daniel Preston's made his way by both of them and up to 3rd. Way high for Ben Maklicek, almost to the wall there. Not sure what happened. Car just 4-wheel drifted on him all the way up to the wall and lost a lot of position there. Mason Downey in the 164 out of Pearland. Second's going to go to Brian Ride. Third's going to go to Daniel Preston, and then David Leger. Ben Maklicek up to second at one point, going to bring it home fifth there. All right, our second heat in our second session here. On the pole in the 96 going to be Jared Maupin out of Weslaco. Outside in the 19 is going to be Jared Barber out of Robstown. Row 2, the 53 of Edward Oaks out of Cuero. And the $4 is Caleb Sellier out of Richmond. Row 3, a heat race winner in the 98H is Garrett Higgins out of New Waverly. Outside him, another heat race winner in the high 5, Joseph Ponton Jr. out of Hockley. Row 4, another heat race winner, the 66 out of Johnny Torres out of San Antonio. Johnny Torres out of San Antonio. And the 23, another heat race winner out of Dayton is Howard Willis. So the last 4 in this group, the back 4 all won a heat race. There were only 5 heat races, so only one other person won a heat race. Everybody else is in this heat race, so this is a tough one. And you got Edward Oaks in there. And you got Jared Maupin in there. Both of them finished second, I believe. Jared Barber may have finished second as well. I believe Caleb Sellier had some problems in that $4, the $4X. One to go. It's a tough heat. Higgins, Ponton, Torres, Willis. Woo. Back half of this deal stacked, but watch that 96 on the pole. Try to run and hide. And you can count on Edward Oaks being there in the mix somewhere. Comes Oaks as the 96 slides up in front of Barber. Oaks on the bottom, going to take the lead down the back straightaway. Here comes Higgins on the bottom in that 98H. Oaks takes the lead. The crossover by the 96 of Maupin, but Oaks will lead lap 1. Third's going to go to Barber. Fourth going to go to Higgins. Sellier back to 5th. Right now, Howard Willis and Johnny Torres are going, what in the world is this? Here comes Sellier back on the inside of Higgins. Down the back straightaway. Johnny Torres trying to go forward on the bottom here under high 5. Joseph Ponton Jr. Halfway home here, halfway home. Howard Willis got to go, hey, what's the deal here, man? I got to go. Track has become very high side dominant to this point. Could be hurting our racing right here. White flag, Edward Oaks. Jared Maupin, Jared Barber, Garrett Higgins. Edward Oaks with the win. Boppin, Barber, Higgins, Sellier, your top 5. Heat 3 from the pole in the 41 is going to be Chad Hughes out of Cold Spray, Texas. Outside of him in the BD1 is going to be Eddie Ross out of Corpus Christi. Row number 2 on the inside out of San Antonio, Tom Grothuse in the 11T. And the 87 outside of him is going to be Lawrence Maklachek out of Petronila. Row 3 in the 101 out of Portland, Texas, Tanner Whitmire. And outside him in the 8, Doug Whipple out of Granite Shoals. Row 4, I was cheering for him earlier, that's 76, Michael Carlock, the Holy Roller out of Renz's Pass. And Cooper Kaliba out of Victoria in the 04, our move-up E-Mod driver. Chad Hughes out front, Eddie Ross second, Lawrence Maklachek third here. Maklachek up alongside Eddie Ross here down the back straightaway. Gonna slide up in front of him. Eddie Ross gonna try to cross him over as they come down the front straightaway. Maklachek to second. Chad Hughes out front in that 41. Tanner Whitmire right there in fourth. All right, Eddie Ross picking up the caution on that one as he got in the back of the 101. The 87 of Lawrence Maklachek second, choosing high. Chad Hughes out front by himself, your leader. Hughes slow rolling them down into 3. Chad Hughes in the 41 continues to lead. Lawrence Maklachek second, the 101 third, the BD1 from the back up to fourth here. Eddie Ross running pretty good in that BD1. Here comes Maklachek on the outside coming out of turn number 2. All right, 2 to go, green, white checker, here we go. To Chad Hughes, back up to Challenger second here. Coming to the checker, Hughes on the bottom, Whitmire on Hughes going to get the second, Whitmire third. Maklachek's going to pick up the win in the 87. On the pole in the 14 is going to be Trent Beaver out of San Antonio. Outside in the 03 is going to be GW Hassong out of Edna. Row 2, Brandon Martin, 42, out of Hardin, Texas. Trent Dixon in the 46X out of East Bernard. Row 3, Calvin Tucker out of Cleveland in the 91. The 00, Troy Alford out of Magnolia. Row 4, Bryce Reed in the 77R out of Rosaria, and Oliver Billingsley in the 00K. Here we go. GW Hassong in the 03 out front. Trent Beaver here on the bottom. We got a good race for the lead here out of turn number 4. Hassong on the high side. High side Hassong going to lead that lap. Beaver going to try to drive back under him here. Problems for GW Hassong in the 03 here. From the lead, hands it over to Trent Beaver. Calvin Tucker in the 91. Hot laps coming out. We're going to do the dash lineups, folks, and we'll be right back at it.
All right. Got some more late models coming back out here.
CRS Suspension and Fabrication is your trusted source for premium dirt oval shocks. For dwarf cars to late models and everything in between. We also offer adjustable spoilers and adjustable shock mounts, upgrades, car setup services, and even professional tech support for your entire racing season. You either run CRS shocks or you get outran by them. Call us today, 254-933-CRS1.
Wheel to wheel, battle for the race lead. New race lead down the backstretch.
Here comes training partner.
Here is Faulkner. Faulkner's going to take him nice and easy down into the corner. Let's watch him get on the gas. He'll do it right there. Green flag, we're off and going. We're racing here at Texana. Oh, big move down to the bottom. Wilburn, a little bit of damage there. I think I saw a quarter panel. More contact with Cameron Starry. The nose piece. No, that was not Starry. Yeah, that was actually the 28 car. Cameron Starry down to the inside. Here comes Sean Graham to the inside. Bonsai move to the bottom of the racetrack. We got a spinner on the backstretch at the entrance of pit road. 10 laps to go for your race leader, car number 27. You got some battered factory stocks out there. Here comes Jacob Wilburn. Wilburn down to the inside. Wilburn to the inside, trying to make the pass down into turn number 3. Faulkner on the top side. Wilburn down on the bottom, trying to get the run up on the top. Here is Faulkner. They flash past. And photo finish right there as they make their way down. Here's Faulkner trying to work up on the top side. Back straight away they go. Wilburn coming back at him. Wilburn racing down on the bottom. Tailpiece flapping in the air. Faulkner will try to get the run off of turn number 4. Faulkner, oh, they get tangled up. Colin Hodges makes the pass. The 27 and the 66 get tied up. The 66 car looks like an aluminum can. You've got trouble, turn number 1, huge melee. Dalton Faulkner right behind him, a little bit of a love tap as they go out of turn number 2. Oh, a little tap once again. Here is Faulkner, watch that 66 car Wilbert up to the top. Trying to make the pass. Here's Dalton Faulkner out of corner number 4. Drives him up the hill. Takes him up the hill out of corner number 4. Here comes Wilbert. Wilburn all over the back bumper. He took him way high. Here comes Jacob Wilburn down on the inside. They get tied up once again. Faulkner now, the 747 back there. Donald Kane Jr. They bottleneck back there. Walter Hamilton, Sean Graham. Here they come out of the corner. This time by lap number 29. Dalton Faulkner in position number 3. Colin Hodges up at the front of the pack. Here is Wilburn. Wilburn right there takes a peek down on the inside. Nothing doing right there. Here comes Faulkner. Faulkner, a little bit of a shot right there in the quarter panel. Side by side happening right there behind him. Hamilton and Graham. Here's the leader, Hodges, down at the bottom of the racetrack. This time by, 30 laps complete. 5 laps to go. Hodges on the gas. Here's Wilburn going to the top. Oh, around goes Hodges in the 28. And off they go to the back straightaway. Wilburn. Preston all the way up to 4th. Top 3 cars trying to get away from the pack. You watch Hodges work in the bottom of the racetrack. Hodges protecting the bottom of the racetrack. Here is the 27 of Dalton Faulkner. Faulkner's going to go to the top side into turn number 1. 2 laps to go that time by. He's going to try the slide job. It will not work. You watch that left front tire moving on the 27. This time by. 4/10 of a mile to go. One more time around, this time by for Colin Hodges in car number 28. White flag in the air. Faulkner, let's see what Dalton Faulkner does. Up to the back bumper, gives him a shot. Little bit of contact. Back straightaway they go. Here is Hodges guarding the bottom of the racetrack. Faulkner, bonsai move to the top of the track. Here they come out of corner number 4. Down on the bottom, it's Hodges. At the line, checkered flag. Colin Hodges, Dalton Faulkner. They go 1 and 2. What a finish.
Yeah, we sell the throttle control bars. Yeah, I mean, they're the secret to victory lane. Does the throttle control bar work?
He takes the lead early in the race. He brings home the Southern Sport Mod main event win.
Speed secrets, a throttle control bar on a track like this, that's where it's at.
I mean, 1, 2, 3. Too many checks to count in here. I would say they work pretty good.
ever seen. The greatest the world has ever revered. I'd like to introduce myself. Let's go! I'm out here making them mad, cause I got it. Too good at being too bad, cause I got it. Stop reaching and being sad, cause I got it. I just got it, yeah. I just got it.
They're going to drag race to the line.
All sorts of action going on down the backstretch.
Climbing out of the car, your feature winner.
Fantastic with the drive at the bottom of the racetrack.
They make contact coming to the checkers and trip.
From an old school racer, it's nice to see the racetracks.
Faulkner bonsai move to the top of the track.
And how about James Shirley on the restart?
Throw the red, get him out of that car.
All right, finally get to the dash here. Popped up a few minor corrections to make sure we get it right, man. That's the key, is we just want to get it right. Do a good job of getting things the way they should be so we get the right cars in the right spot. We got 10 cars, so there's only supposed to be 8 to the dash. But the back 4 cars all tied. So it's kind of like, well, what do we do? Flip a coin? No, we put all 10 in. What the hell? Top two will be the front row for the A main tomorrow. Everybody else will go to a series of Bs, most likely 3 B mains. How they finish out of this will be how they line up in the B mains. So 3rd place out of this will be on the pole for B1. 4th place will be B2 on the pole, etc., etc., etc. Guess I should be making the call here. 4 wide as they came out of 2. Look out. Perry on the outside, Jeff Hammett on the inside. Mickey Helms chose not to keep doing that, so he backed up a little bit there and regrouped it. Dalton Faulkner out front. Second's going to be
the 24 of Donald Kane. Third's going to go to Johnny Torres. Hammett up to fourth. Chuck Perry fifth. Comes Torres on the inside of Kane. Keep an eye on your racer second. That is going to be one of the front row race cars tomorrow, and it looks like right now Johnny Torres is there. Tell you what, Jeff Hammett, the 5.0, definitely one of the fastest cars on the track right now. Oh, Chuck Perry hard up in the turn 4 wall. Bad deal there. Tell you what, brand new, I mean, really show quality ride for Chuck Perry in the 115. I don't know what broke. It just shot to the right into the wall there. He wasn't happy with someone. All right, here we go. Dalton Faulkner. Johnny Torres wanted to see that caution. I tell you, here comes Torres. Torres was ahead of Faulkner as they drove it across the start-finish line here. Johnny Torres in the 8S, going to run them side by side down the back straightaway. Telling you, everybody thinks, well, Faulkner's just going to run away with it. I tell you what, Johnny Torres came to win $5,000 this weekend, so don't count him out until it's over. But here comes Jeff Hammett in the mix. Tell you what, your 1-2 from qualifying are about to be 1-2 in the dash. Hammett just rolling the bottom to the front. Hammett to second on the white flag. Honestly, you couldn't ask for a more perfect situation than the fast 2 cars in qualifying get the first 2 spots in the main. That's like poetic or something. Like we planned this stuff. TV stuff right there. Hammett's going to push up, see if Torres has anything for him. Nope. Looks like it's going to be Dalton Faulkner and Jeff Hammett in the show tomorrow. Making the A main. There you go. Brad looked at me like, yeah, I can't believe it either. What in the world is this? It was almost as theatrical and made up as NASCAR, but we couldn't even make it up as good as they do. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Just chill. We got all the limiteds there, I hope. Lawrence Maklicek will be on the pole for the limiteds. Just like that one, top two to the main. Top two will be the front row in tomorrow's main event. Lawrence Maklicek from the pole. Jared Moppin in the 96 outside. Inside row two, the 53 is Edward Oaks. Outside him, Garrett Higgins in the 98H. Bryce Reed in the 77. Zero, Troy Alford outside row three there. Inside row four, David Leger making the, like I said, brand new car. He makes the dash tonight. That's a good job of that 9 car out of Anderson, David Leger. And outside him, Tanner Whitmire out of Portland, Texas in the 101, going to bring up the rear. Maklicek and Moppin your front row. Here we go. Oaks going to slide up in front of Moppin to take over second. Maklicek going to lead him down the back straightaway. Higgins going to try to get in the mix here. Oaks is going to take the lead. Oaks going to skate up in front of Maklicek. Maklicek going to cross him over. Oaks going to lead it down lap number 2. Maklicek drives it in there deep, skates up, allows Oaks to get under him, and a little swap it back and forth. Good stuff. Here we go. Moppin's right there along with Higgins. Two to go this time by. 2 to go on Edward Oaks in the 53. Lawrence Maklicek second. Moppin and Higgins your top 4. Nobody running away from anybody. Here comes Higgins to third. Moppin gets a little too high there. Higgins gets up into third. Garrett Higgins now in third in the 98H. Your top 2 starting to pull away here. White flag, 1 lap left. Winner, Edward Oaks. Second's going to go to Maklicek, your top front row tomorrow night. All right, that's going to wrap us up, folks. Thank you for coming out tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show on Race On Texas. I hope you enjoyed the show sitting down there in the grandstands tomorrow night. Huge night of racing. You kind of got a taste of it tonight. Tomorrow we'll get even more. It's going to be a good time. I hope you make it back out.